everyone, it's Mark here at the Blue Rose Bath & Body. Shannon and I are extremely excited. We have officially launched our online site this Cyber Monday, and we would love for you guys to come by and check out some of our beautiful handcrafted products. I am brand new to YouTube, and this is our first official video as well. Now, today I want to talk to you about what do you do when you have a tragedy. A bar that just doesn't turn out right, doesn't work for you. What are you going to do? Now, with this particular bar, I already suspected I was going to have issues. Let me just show you the bar in question. Alright, this here is our Winter's Eve bar. I don't know if you can make this out. It has a beautiful snowflake embed falling down in the night sky, landing on a freshly laid bed of snow. The top is frosted beautifully with blue and white sky. It has snowflakes falling all around on top and a beautiful snowflake embed on top to crown it. This bar smells just like you would imagine fresh snow falling on a winter's eve to smell like. It's amazing. We designed this bar together. Originally, we wanted some sweeping landscapes, but the embed was too big. You have to work with with the space provided. When you design something in your head, you create these magnificent pieces of art. You envision everything you want, but as you're making it, you have to modify and adjust on the fly. So, when setting this in, originally, this was not setting up fast enough. It wasn't cooperating. I blended it. I tried to lay it down. Meanwhile, this was setting up too fast. But when I put this embed in, it started to sink for some reason. At this point, I was like, well, it's too late now. We've already laid most of this. Finish it off, set it aside, let it cure. Typically, 18 to 24 hours is a good setup time for our soaps. I should have let it go for 48, but I kind of knew off the jump that this was gonna be runt. So, and upon taking it out of the mold, I was holding it and the middle of the bottom just fell out and imploded right on the table. Luckily, I had parchment paper down because most loaves do tend to be sticky at the beginning. You have to be careful laying them down before you cut them. But as I said, at that point, disaster struck. And it was like Dr. Marvin's interview on What About Bob? It was a disaster, Faye. So I yell out to Shannon, after they've cured up, you typically shave them down, put them in a crock pot, and use activated charcoal at that point, different fragrance. You do what you can. You make lemonade out of lemons, you know. You never want to just give up, and definitely don't want to lose product. So upon this ill-fated soap bar tragedy, Shannon says, well, it hasn't set up yet, so why don't you just throw it back in the double boiler at this point? Which I thought, okay, I'll give it a try. So I already had activated charcoal and another scent on standby. I said at the very least, we could possibly make a lump of coal bar for all those naughty kids out there and put that up for sale with our Christmas line. But as I was melting it down and stick blending and spritzing it with water, similar to how you do with a crock pot, it started turning into this lovely blue, light blue color. And it still had all the sparklies in it and that's another thing. I was trying to make the white snow sparkly, and I think that had an effect on the setup or the lack of setup to the bar. So that might have caused the implosion to happen. I did not do that on the second time, and it worked out better. But as I was saying, it turned into this beautiful light blue color, and I took it to Shannon to show her, and I was like, how about we just name it Arctic Ice? That was my first impression of it, color-wise, and it still had the great scent that we had in the original design. it just had that blue, it would be that blue color all over. And she says, no. And I was like, what about Arctic Blizzard, Arctic Blast? And she's like, do you really want to name it after a dessert from a fast food place? And I was like, well, no. And she's like, how about Arctic Frost? And a light bulb went off, and I was like, that's it. That's it right there. So I laid this in a mold, tapped it down real good, and in faith, I went ahead and I piped this bar. And here it is, Arctic Frost. It still has the sparkles, like I said. It just looks like, it even has, I don't mind these little imperfections on the side. It actually gives it that icy quality that I was going after. I went ahead and piped it. The hard part was trying to match this piping color to the bar, but I came very close. It looks beautiful. It still has the same design, snowflakes falling on top. It's hard to make out in this lighting, but it's very beautiful. Like I said, it smells amazing. Arctic Frost. Never give up on a bar of soap. Now, that being said, I don't want to show this next bar, honestly, but I'm going to for educational purposes. This bar, let me show you what it originally closely was supposed to be designed to look like. This is our orange sherbet sorbet bar. Originally, this right here was supposed to be white, and the accent colors were supposed to be the orange and the yellow. And, of course, the piping, I would have went with this piping, but it was supposed to be just solid white with the yellow drizzle and orange slices, full orange slices on top, and the popsicle. And this scent reminds me, I don't know if you remember ice cream trucks when you were a kid. I don't know if they still have those, but I always get the orange push-up, and this takes me back to my childhood smelling this bar. Now, okay, I'm going to show you guys this. All right. I really don't want to, but like I said, for educational purposes, originally it was supposed to be white. Now, the fragrance discolors, as I told you. Over time, it turned this nice white into, I don't know if you can see it, it's got glycerin rivers and it's brown. It's turned it to a nice, lovely brown color, with orange and yellow accents. The orange is fine, the yellow's got a tinge of greenish to it. The piping was one color. Now, the problem is with this, is these orange slices, I laid them full on, and they smushed this top, compressed it into a mushroom cap, which to me looks, I don't know, like I said, it's a disaster fate. This top was a disaster. Now, upon adjusting my design, like I said, we went with the orange. It's turning brown, a darker orange. The accents were not fragrance, white and yellow, which the fragrance is so strong you didn't need to really. So we worked with the fragrance on this. I piped it different, orange and the white. Cut the embeds in half. That didn't cause that capping effect on the frosting. The top still was supported, looked great. Orange sherbet sorbet, lemons into lemonade. Never give up on a bar of soap. With that being said, this right here will be rebatched. I'll be making a video of that. We will be shaving it down after it's fully cured, and we will be probably turning it one solid color, possibly activated charcoal with a different scent. We might leave the scent, who knows, but I will be making a video on that. Now, we also have our signature bar I want to discuss very quickly. Originally we designed it, let me just show you that, to look similar to this. The only difference is this rose right here, and these roses, accent roses, and this swirl. Here's a side by side. We're still selling this. This is a limited special edition bar of She Said Yes. Now this is the same bar, but this turned out perfectly. The bottom block with the swirl was beautiful. It all worked. It was more of a marbly pour. Now this block, this started setting up this batch right here started setting up too quickly. So I had to adjust on the fly and did what I could with it. It still turned out, it's still a beautiful bar. But if I could have this middle on this bar with this top, it would be what we designed. But like I said, when I piped this after I cut it, so this rose was way too big and it compressed the piping. So I was unable to get the accent roses on it. So what we did is we cut this in half. I had to make more roses, cut it in half. When I was able to support that weight and put the accent roses. I piped it after I cut it still. They're both amazing. The scents are wonderful. But now you can have this. Our sister-in-law and my wife's sister suggested people could just pop this off and you have it, save it, or use it as a hand soap, which any embed you can do that with, but that's a wonderful idea. And this one is more for aesthetically pleasing for some people. Some people like this bar design as well. It's just a preference issue at that point. Both bars are amazing. Smell same. Also, we have created the She Said Yes bath bomb to go with these signature bars. The same scent. This dark blue dyed roses with the drizzle, white, light blue with a dark blue embed. Beautiful bomb. Also, we have designed a Winter's Eve bath bomb that go with Arctic Frost and Winter's Eve soap bar. Now, this one, I don't know if you can make this out in the lighting, but it has the same little snowflakes on the top of this bath bomb as the bars, and it has the same fragrance. It's kind of a mixture of the colors, lighter colors with a dark blue embed as well. All these products are amazing. They smell wonderful. They're on our site. If you'd like to go check those out, we'd appreciate that. We also would appreciate it if you would like us, subscribe to us, ring our bell. Like I said, I'm new to the YouTube experience, so bear with me if I'd really appreciate a comment if any of this information has helped you on how to save a failed batch, any design issues you might face, how you could adjust those. We really appreciate that. If you would have any suggestions for future videos that you might like to see me make, I will be attempting to go through the process of making soaps, bath bombs, body boogers, body butters, sugar scrubs, sorry, everything. Maybe I'll time lapse though. And yeah, if you have any questions for us, any comments, any feedback, if you buy our products and want to review them, we would definitely like you to do that. We'd appreciate you to give us some feedback, anything that we can do better, anything that you would like to see us make. We will definitely try to create those things. We have more things to come. We are going to be doing shampoo bars, conditioner bars, body mist, shaving cream, possibly for men and women. And yes, we just appreciate your feedback. We thank you guys for all your love and support. And like I said, we look forward to you joining the Blue Rose Bath and Body family. Thank you guys. Bye.